Well, home improvement financing is gratifying because when they're done, you have people that have taken their existing home, reinvested, and just are thrilled with where they end up. They've been there a long time, and many times, homeowners have conversations time and time again. Every homeowner has a list of things they'd like to do to their home. I mean, that's just universal. And to see some of those dreams, some of those plans actually come to fruition is very gratifying to be part of.
This is the Higher Done Radio Network. My name's Adam Helfman. We're joined today in studio by a leader in the mortgage and banking industry, Mr. Patrick Ervin, Executive Vice President of Independent Bank. They're headquartered in Troy, Michigan. Patrick, welcome to the Higher Done Radio Show.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. I appreciate it.
Tell us a little bit about Independent Bank.
Independent Bank is headquartered actually out of Grand Rapids. It's been in Michigan for over 150 years. It's tied for the third largest bank, actually headquartered in Michigan.
Wow.
And it's been here a long time, been doing the right thing a long time, and it's about a $3.2 billion bank. So it's a fairly significant bank.
Yeah. So you got branches all over the state.
We do. We have over 60 branches throughout Michigan, and we do our lending primarily in Michigan and Ohio.
Oh, so you're in Ohio as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of cool. So, if you've been listening, you've been sitting in studio with us, we've been talking about the cost of what may even seem to be like a simple home remodeling project, right? Mm-hmm. And you guys are the experts in helping homeowners, whether they want to pay for a new basement bathroom, completely gut remodel the whole house rather than moving,
right?
And or buy a house and remodel as an investment and more. Isn't that true?
Sure. Well, we're seeing a lot more remodeling taking place, and that's because, interest rates have moved up, and so people have that interest rate out there. It might be 3.5%. Could it be lower than that even? And if they start looking around, just the cost of money to buy another house, let alone borrow more and build a bigger house, is discouraging them. So they're saying, if I'm going to spend all that money, what about the place I'm at right now? And every homeowner has a list of things they'd like to do to their house. I mean, it's universal, right? You can go to any party and talk, what do you want to do to your house? Nobody's house is done yet,
right,
in their own mind. So now they're looking at it and saying, well, let's do this project. Let's make it the way we want it to be here right now and just thrive where we are.
It's funny you should say that because I can't agree more, because homeowners come to me and say, hey, Adam, we're thinking about remodeling, but we want to first look and see maybe we should find a house. And they go through this whole process of looking for a house. And I always say to them, hey, great idea. But also remember, if you find a house, there's the cost of moving, packing up your existing house, right? Is there a new school district? There's a whole unknown. Oh, yeah. And then you get to the new house, and of course, there's a whole new list of, I want to upgrade the paint, the flooring, whatever it is. So there's always costs involved. So homeowners go through this whole process. I call it the 360-degree, right? So they're like, all right, let's go look for a house. No, let's remodel. And then they end up saying, you know what, maybe we'll stay home and remodel. Because homeowners who, average stay in a house, 7 years around, there's a good school district. Maybe they have sidewalks in their neighborhood. Trees are overgrown. It's like, and they have a comfort zone. Mm-hmm. So now they're like, all right, we're going to remodel. Let's gut the house. Let's do this. Now they already have a mortgage, like you said, 3.8%. They locked it in 2011. Or 8, whatever year it was. So now they're like, all right, we got to we want to gut the kitchen. We want to maybe do a basement bathroom, like we talked about earlier. They call your bank, and you guys can help them?
Oh, yeah.
So what's the process? I tell homeowners, figure out your financing before you call these contractors together. So they call the bank, and then is it a mortgage department, or what is the lending department? What is the department?
Well, they call us, and really we have a couple different ways you handle it. But, let's just start off with kind of the basics. Let's talk about the very best and the very worst way to handle financing. Okay, so the very worst way seems obvious, but yet I can't believe how many people go down this path. But the very worst way to do any financing at all is called a credit card. All right? That is not a path for financing. Just about any other path you can take is going to be better than that.
Because of the rates, right?
Well, the rates are crazy. If you think, of course, you buy something on a credit card and pay it off, that's the right way to do it.
Right.
You buy something on a credit card and then plan to make payments to that credit card off in the future, that is the worst possible thing. And the very best financing, I know it undermines my whole industry, but the best thing is to save the money and actually spend cash.
That's right.
That's self-financing. Yeah, the ultimate way. But in between that, that's where we find the use for a bank, right? And within that, it depends on, really a starting point is 2 or 3 basic things. One is, do you have equity in your home right now? So if you live there a long time, or, we've had some nice home appreciation over the last 10 years since the crisis, if you have equity in your home, that's one place to go. That's going to be your next least expensive place to get money from. And then if you don't have equity in your home, that doesn't mean that you can't finance a project like this. There are loans that do not require equity in your home. Matter of fact, they're not even a lien on the home. So
really? Unsecured?
They're unsecured loans, and we do those. We do a lot of those.
So you have to have decent credit, though.
You have to have
the
good,
ability to repay. And...
Sure, you have to be able to repay the money. You know, banks like to loan money, but they really like to have that money paid back to them.
Right. They want to loan money at a lower risk.
Well, that's right. So and an interest rates can be reflective of the risk. You know, if you have a loan that is secured by your primary home,
sure,
then your interest rate is going to be lower, and it's going to go higher the less secure that loan is.
Yeah, and that's what I figured, and that makes sense. So you guys will, Independent Bank will assess the homeowner's current financial situation and then guide them to the best place or the best way to get the loan done that helps everybody.
Sure. They come into us oftentimes and they'll say, I want to do a remodel project. And they've had it's helpful to have a range. You know,
sure.
We had to say, okay, well, how much do you think it's going to be? Well, it's going to be, $25,000 to $50,000, or it's going to be $100,000. So I want to do something significant. And that'll tell us, approximately the type of loan they're going to be in, and then we can start taking a look at equity and so forth. And
that's an easy way to do that. So they call the bank to go online. What's the fastest way for them to get help?
The fastest way, they can call us. We've got an 800 line that has experts all the time, even from 8 to 6, Saturday and Sunday.
So someone could call today. Do you have the number?
I do. It's 800-355-0641.
All right, cool. So or they can go online.
They can go online. Sure. It's independentbank.com. And they can do everything online, as you would expect.
Well, everyone wants to do everything online today. It's funny. All right, Pat, stay with us and help us in our discussion and evaluation of the top remodeling projects that provide the best ROI. It's time for Hire It Done University.
Welcome to Hire It Done University. We only teach one subject, hassle-free home improvement. Brought to you by Infusion Kitchen and Bath. Infusion Showrooms. Your imagination is our inspiration.
So you're ready to spend some serious money to upgrade your home. We know it's not going to be cheap, but we also know there's some great financing options out there. So let's look at what types of projects have been shown to produce the highest return on investment. And this information, by the way, comes from the 2018 House and Home Overview of U.S. Renovation in 2017 and 2018 report. Patrick, you've heard of House. The website. So a lot of people are addicted to that. And it makes sense because if you like home improvement, you watch HTV, you're going to want to go to the House website. You're going to want to come to Hire It Done, our website. We have great content there. But here's a couple statistics that I want to reflect upon because I think it impacts the renovation financing that we do. So homeowners who improving home design or functionality, that was when they wanted to remodel the house, the improving of home design and functionality, that was the most important reason homeowners had renovation projects. 85% of these people in the survey said that. Not resale, because you always think, I need a tub in the bathroom because we have to have it for resale. We need a dining room for resale. No, that's not true. It's now for functionality. That's what homeowners want. Now, however, the flip side of that, improving resale value was an important consideration for 2/3 of the homeowners there. So it's still in the mix, right? But here's the thing. 80% of all home renovation projects have a positive return on investment. So that's pretty nice. So, Patrick, you guys will loan money for small projects all the way up to big projects.
We'll go up to $2 million.
Okay, so that's something that I need to talk to you about. I'm kidding. I wish.
I happen to have brought it with me today, Adam.
Oh, you got the application?
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. I'll send my W-2s. I'll have my people call you people.
No problem.
No, that's funny. So homeowners feel they receive the greatest return on investment for the following projects. A kitchen renovation. 83% of homeowners felt they got their money back. And you know what? Listen, Patrick, we got Thanksgiving coming up. When you have people coming, you having Thanksgiving at your house?
We are.
You having people come over?
Oh, many.
Okay, so you know where everyone hangs out when you have a party? The kitchen. So obviously you want to have a nice kitchen. But again, functionality, and when people walk into a house, they see that kitchen. If it looks great, it helps sell it better. So, of course, master bedrooms, master bathrooms, decks, exterior projects, roofing, siding, windows, all received high return on investments. So here's projects that didn't, though. Other projects although necessary, left more than half the homeowners feeling like they did not get their money back. And these are the non-sexy projects, I call them, heating and cooling. I got a new high-efficiency furnace. Bing, plumbing upgrades, lighting, and landscaping. Although landscaping is good. So let me ask you a question, Patrick. When the homeowner comes to you with a request to borrow a bunch of money for any of these projects, let's say a big bathroom, do you consider or consult on them with the potential ROI?
On the financing side, it depends. We will clarify that for them on a big project. So if it's a project that's going to not just be from the equity in the home, but it's going to be in the equity from the home after it's completed, then we're going to get an appraisal that's going to predict into the future how much the house will be worth. So we will define for them what their ROI is going to be.
So you're going to, we'll call it a future value loan. I got a house, it's worth $300,000. I owe $280 on it. Okay. So I got a little bit of equity, which is very small. I want to add a $100,000 room addition. So it's worth $300, adding $100,000. You guys got to look at future value. Is it going to be worth $4 over a certain amount of time, right?
Right. When the project is complete, what is the value of the home going to be on? Because we're going to loan based on the future value. That's how all construction loans are done.
Right.
You go and look at a vacant piece of land, and we're going to make a loan there. We have to project in the future and say our loan to value on this project is going to be X.
Perfect.
That's all lenders work that way.
Give the 800 number out again.
It's 800-355-0641.
And the website?
Make it fast. Just hit 0 when the 800 number. And the website is independentbank.com.
Patrick, thanks for coming in today.
I appreciate it, Adam.
Coming up next, our contractor spotlight. We're going to meet Mr. Jeremy Marquardt from Santa Clean Air Duct Cleaning in Chesterfield, Michigan. I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network.